Yeah.
And we start. So we have actually had a change of, not so much a change of heart, what would you say, a change of plans or setup. You may have seen us, if you haven't seen any of our videos, you'd have seen us originally in a motorhome, and then we had to scrub that idea because of Bronte not settling with the Luton or the overhang of the motorhome and getting very worked up and anxious with it all. So we then swapped over to a camper trailer, the Lark, and then recently we've decided that we do miss the motorhome basically.
Yeah, well, over a year ago when we were in New Zealand and we were seeing all the motorhomes, we decided that we do miss the convenience of the motorhome.
Yeah.
You can't just pull up with a camper trailer and set it up and put the kettle on that heat. We can do it, but it's not that easy, is it?
And you do like a good cup of tea, don't
Yeah,
you?
I like a good cup of tea.
So from then we had a chat and decided, or had a good discussion saying, would it be a good decision to actually go with a motorhome because of the issues that Bronte had. So this particular motorhome, which we'll show you around in a little while, it doesn't have much of a Luton or overhang, and we've had a little drive around in it, and Bronte seems really quite settled actually. I slept here one night with Bronte just to see how she'd go, and she really enjoyed it. She'd just gone to the front seat. That's how much she enjoys it. She just gets sat.
She likes being, and she was like that with the other motorhome.
Yeah.
She loved it, and she sat in the sun, and she's funny with the sun. She's an enigma, is that dog.
Yeah, she's a funny doggy.
So yeah, she's head of security once more. If you go back and watch our first motorhoming videos in the Mercedes-Benz Winnebago 2004. But interestingly, way back, before we bought anything, we were looking at motorhomes. That was a plan, travel Australia with a little dog. So it was before Bronte, before anything. We looked at the Sunliner Mate, didn't we? And we looked, I'd written down we like the Swift 441 or 442 and maybe another one, but we thought they were more over east really when we looked at it than here, but we did like the look of them. And probably August last year I saw this one for sale second hand, 2021, but only 6,000 kilometres, and tried to get to see it a couple of times, but it didn't eventuate, and we ended up buying a new car, but it was still there waiting for us. And then another one popped up, another Sunliner, very set up for sort of off-grid as this one is. And before I went to the UK in end of November, we went and had a look at that, but it looked massive from the outside, but inside it didn't feel spacious somehow. It had a big garage area at the back, which we didn't really need, so we ruled that one out, and it was a lot more than this.
And it was a reverse TARDIS, wasn't it? It was actually, it was smaller on the inside than it looked from the outside, so... No good. It wouldn't mean it wasn't
basically
sufficient
still
for
had
us.
this same seating area, didn't it? And the kitchen area felt small. And then when I came back from the UK in November with my mum, who was here for 3 months, we decided it wasn't long after she arrived that we'd all go, including Bronte, to have a look at this one. And we looked at a few brand new ones there, different models. But we certainly got the thumbs up from my mum, didn't we?
She very much approved. And this is the Sunliner Tone TN441.
So it is based on the Sunliner Swift, sort of size-wise and the layout. But this is on a Ford Transit chassis.
Yeah.
And it was a new model that they introduced in 2021.
And it is a 2021 model, this one, so nearly new.
Yeah.
So without further ado then, I will follow you around if you just want to have a quick tour inside of the motorhome. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Just have a little look round.
What, me showing you around?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
That's fine. It's still recording. The screen goes dark and it says it's counting. It's got 5 minutes and 24 on this at the moment, so we're still all good. So I will follow you round.
Okay.
And just a few pointers on what's what. I don't know if we'll do the bed up and down or not. I don't know.
No, won't bother with that.
But we'll explain as we look, because you'll be able to see it better, because we're just underneath this bed. This bed actually is on electric pulleys and well, chains, and it's an electric
drop down bed.
Yeah, and
which is what we wanted as well.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
We didn't
So
want
it's
a
nicely
fixed
out the
bed.
way.
Yeah. So the Luton area there, which is all sort of carpeted out, is just for storage really.
And it's very dark, as you can see.
Then we've got the massive seating area with the table, which you can actually remove the table, I think, completely. But you can certainly move the table backwards, forwards, left and right, can't you?
Yeah, just talking of that table, so where it is now is like a regular position, but you can spin it around, so it can be long ways to the left or long ways to the right, or further towards the cabin or further back. But it does actually go all the way down as well, so it would go, maybe talking old money, 1 foot roughly from the ground.
Yeah.
It's a pedestal. There's a button at the bottom which you press and it'll go all the way to the bottom pretty much, and then you can bring the bed down. So you do have some arrangements with the cushions. You have to move those cushions out the way.
Just
sorry,
the back ones,
stops,
the back rests.
the back rests. Yeah, so you move those out the way.
So the bed literally comes down to just here, doesn't it? And there's the bed. Got the bedding on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got the television here.
So you can watch television in bed or in the lounge as such.
Yeah.
So
you can get your feet up. You can get your back up against there and get your feet up, can't you?
You have to tell me where you're pointing first.
You have to get your feet up here. Lie along. Right, kitchen area is here. So it's a nice size. It's got plenty storage. Pull-out rack, deep drawers for pans. You can use that as a chopping board, I suppose. I don't think I would for the sink. Len says the water pressure's very good for the sink. We sanitised that all yesterday. We've got a 3-ring gas hob. We've got a gas oven and a gas grill there. More storage here. And in fact we've got a little wardrobe here, which is pretty good. Definitely deep enough for us.
Rear door, obviously, for entry and exit.
Yep. Here is an area which could be more storage, put things on, and there's a box where you could put things in that you can actually sit on and work. Because it's quite high, you can sit on and work at a laptop if you wanted, but we're taking the box out. There's additional storage here. Yeah. Work surface.
Bathroom.
Well, here's some good storage for cans.
Maybe not open the door, somebody's going to squeak and squeal, but sorry about that.
Good for cans and larder pantry stuff. And that's just sort of the outside of the bathroom, which is here.
Just pop the light on.
The toilet seat swivels, so you can definitely get extra leg room if you want. Plenty of storage. There's a good sized shower. And a mirror. This has still got to be all cleaned yet, actually. A mirror on the door.
Yeah.
So that's compact but works well.
Doggy likes it so far.
And fridge, freezer and microwave. Good size fridge, freezer, more storage.
More storage.
Here.
And something you maybe have missed out, which we were just talking about 2 minutes ago, saying it's quite warm in here.
Aircon.
So
reverse
yeah,
cycle.
Yeah, which we'll be possibly using that next week. So far we've not gone anywhere in the motorhome as yet. Just going down to Rockingham where we purchased it from and back. A couple of reasons why, but we won't go into details. But it does feel to be getting quite warm in here, so we would need that aircon, I think.
We've got a GME Bluetooth radio.
Like a little information.
Connect it to your phone, can't you? Without outdoor and indoor speakers. Yeah, they are Fusion speakers. Look, that's what they are.
Yeah, okay. But onto the far left, people might not know much about motorhomes anyhow, but on the far left is basically how you turn it on and off for the internals. Water pump, For this one, which I discovered yesterday as I did the sanitising of the tanks, there's the load which you turn on and then on again, and it turns everything on in the motorhome that way. That's the control for the bed lift, as we mentioned, but we won't do it today, but you'll see some of that as and when we are going to go on tour very, very shortly, hence this video, just to let you know that we're going to be on the road very soon. Switch for the outdoor awning barrel, which we haven't used. And I'm not sure, oh, the peak strip, that'll be that lighting one for the awning. Yeah, and whether you've spotted that, this motorhome is designed for the carriage of 2 persons, so it's a 2-person motorhome.
We've got more storage under here. This isn't got the gas lift, so you wouldn't want stuff that you get regularly in that one. But these sides do have the gas lifts. But they've really more got the workings, the batteries. The
mechanics of it all, isn't it?
The diesel heater, which we've got, well, that was fitted standard, that's great. All the inverter and all those bits and pieces. It would be quite good to have a gas lift thing on there, to be honest. But and at the back we've got the utility bar, as it's called, which is operated by a winch, isn't it? So we can lower that down. It's got the spare tyre, it's got a canister for extra water, it's got space for other things, and it's got a fold down clothesline. Yeah, and we'll
cover that as and when we've got room to show around it. As you may have just seen, you might not see exterior so well, but we're very much boxed in our drive area here. Yes, it's challenging to getting it parked up and down the drive. But yeah, we'll, as and when we're on to other things on our trip, we will show you a lot more around the exterior as well. But we just thought we'd let folk know that we're still here, we're still motor roaming, but we're now back to motor roaming with a motorhome, and not so now with the camper trailer.
Yeah. We've got built-in blackout blinds and fly screens for all the windows, which open right up, so that's great for ventilation, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. Catherine did a superb job actually, because when we first picked this, so this is second hand, like I said, this is a 2021 model as of film, and this is 2025. This had a kink, and it would dropped, wasn't it, down here? It's a common
2 broken threads or whatever
they're like threads here. So Catherine did a bit of research on we both did on the internet and on the YouTube, and Catherine has way more patience than me, and actually put, whether you can see it or not, this is fishing wire that a lot of people will do to replace it, and basically she replaced all this wire with fishing wire, and had the patience and the time to actually deconstruct, put the fishing wire in, and then obviously put it all back together again. So she did an awesome job. I was all for just paying roughly $150 just to buy another one and slap the whole thing in, which means it's the whole unit. Catherine says, no, let me have a look at it, and she did a really, really good job.
Because Catherine's all for recycling and repairing.
She is, yeah, and you're on the tools. She's most certainly on the tools more than me.
And this is Nigel. He just hangs around.
Bit like Bronte, but she's called Bronte, he's Nigel. Yeah.
Come on, oopsie. Good girl.
So that's us at the moment. So we've only recently purchased this. We've done a few little bits of just cleaning and little bits of things. Nothing dramatic really. It's in very good condition, and so it should be, for only being roughly 4 years old now.
Well, it's the fact that it's only done 6,000 kilometres, I think, isn't it?
Well, yeah, the engine's just been running. Yeah, so we're going to be going to a relatively local town for Australia. This is off of WA, 3-hour drive east to a town called Merredin, and that's where we're just going to do it's just a test run really, just a test stay, a little mini trip to see how little one goes here, see how she manages with it all, and then we will put out a few more videos with our adventures in this new motorhome for us. So come back soon and see the next vid. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bronte says bye.